What's up, guys? Welcome back to Pearl Media. In today's episode, we'll be reacting to another Kevin Samuels video. Let's get into it.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
I could hear you before. How old are you?
I'm 25.
All right. So, what's up with all these backup plans?
I believe that women have a lot of trust issues, so they feel like they have to have a backup plan. You know, they don't feel like they can trust a man from their previous relationship or their past.
Are you in that group?
Oh, I don't believe in it, but I have did that, so I'm going off what experience that I did.
So, making a man in your present pay for the mistakes of your past equals no future.
That's true.
So, let me flip the script. So, if a man had issues from a previous relationship, it would be okay for half the men to take that out on their current girlfriend?
No, I don't believe in that. That's why I said when I did it, it was more out of despite, out of anger, more or less.
Have you got that addressed now?
Yeah, I mean, I'm single, so I don't have to worry about that.
Okay. Do you ever want to be in a relationship again, though?
Yes, I do.
You want to be married?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. So, what have you done to address the situation?
Just a lot of communication.
With who?
Well, with a guy that I'm currently talking to, but
No,
it's just we're just friends.
Okay, so this is where it kind of starts to go off the rails.
Okay.
You said you're single.
Yeah.
But then there's a guy you're kind of talking to. Mm-hmm. Modern women have so many different damn ways to define a relationship. Y'all need to stop that. Number one. Mm-hmm. But number two, you have not done any work.
I had to work on myself for the better. So I had to work on myself to understand, hey, it's not my problem that this person don't want to be with me. It's time to leave. So I had to understand that when someone doesn't really want to be in
How do you do the work on yourself?
Just not being in a relationship, working on myself by understanding what am I doing wrong.
But how? Okay, in order to you were in a relationship. Mm-hmm. You needed, and you had a backup plan. You're out of the relationship. How do you do the work?
Oh, you're saying that if I would have just stayed in it?
No, I'm saying you're out of the. What I'm saying is you're not. I'm trying to understand what you classify as work. You said I got to work on myself. How?
By understanding what are you doing wrong in the relationship. I had to figure out what am I. What.
So you sat down after the relationship was over and you asked and you figured out what you did wrong.
Yeah, I had to realize what I was doing because it's not. It's like this. It's 50-50. It's not always about the.
Do you make room for the possibility that you're not qualified to fix yourself?
You're saying that I need to go to therapists.
I don't understand. Okay, how do you physician heal thyself? How are you going to fix something while it's going on with you?
I did do that, but I feel like I didn't need it after
You did do what?
You can go through Kaiser and do a therapy.
You went to a therapy.
Yeah,
How long
but I
did you
didn't
go?
do it that only for a month. It didn't. I mean,
Thank you.
I understand her.
See, stop right there. Thank you. I'm gonna say something to you and all women. Y'all don't. You guys think y'all think too much of yourselves.
You think I think too much of myself?
I said, well, listen.
Okay.
Listen.
You're saying women. Okay.
Yes. You're not the professional. Mm-hmm. You have issues. We all have issues.
Of
but
course.
yet you wouldn't sit down with somebody in less than a month of talking to a trained person and say, what am I doing? I can do it myself. Where else in the world can you do something like that? To where you can sit down with somebody who's trained in something and say, I can do it myself. You don't have the training. You don't have the patient history. You don't have the experience. Mm-hmm. Where else can you do something like that?
Nowhere else.
Right. But then you're going to take it to a human being. You're going to take it to a man. And you end up giving him this that you've been working on. Mm-hmm. See, especially in our community, black people, black women in this case, you're far too proud. You don't want to sit down and have somebody tell you about yourself.
No, I understand I have to allow someone to tell me if I'm doing something
wrong. Then why don't you go to another therapist then?
I just thought that when I understand what you were saying, because I feel like I already know what I have to work on within myself.
Thank
So
you.
once I
See,
got,
listen how arrogant that sounds.
it sounds arrogant. Once
I
a
feel
person
like I
told me
already
about,
know what's wrong with me. If you
when she
would,
told me that, that's when I realized, okay, what I need to work on within myself. What
and
am
that
I
make,
saying wrong?
I'm just listening to you.
No, so when I'm trying to, okay, let me
No,
correct
I'm listening
myself.
to you say that
Mhm.
a woman said you have this. Like, oh, okay, I got it now.
No, I'm not saying that now I'm just up to here now. I'm just saying that once I understand, I have to now figure
Why didn't you
out.
stay in therapy?
I just stopped going. It's not. I don't have an excuse to not keep going.
You know, but okay, so you had an issue.
Hmm.
You at least decided to go, and you did what so many women do. So many, especially so many black women do. You quit,
Yeah, I
and then
should
you wonder
never
why
did
stuff doesn't
that.
work. That'd be like going to a personal trainer and he's saying, "Okay, uh, here's a workout plan. Oh, okay, I got it from here. Bye bye."
Yeah, it sounds really stupid to do. So I'm not saying what you're saying is wrong at all.
And my point is,
To go back,
my point is, there's a man on the other end of you eventually,
right?
and if you haven't done the work, you're going to end up likely repeating the same problems
Because I didn't fully heal and
because
finish the process.
you haven't done the work.
Okay.
That's it. All
So
right.
what do you recommend,
I recommend you go sit down with a therapist,
and how long?
it depends on what the animating issues are. As long as there's nothing clinical,
Uh-huh.
but usually at least 6 months.
6 months. Okay.
At
And
least,
I'll,
because, and if you, that means if you go every other week or 3 times a month. But most people switch
mhm.
therapists, and like there are people who will either go 2 or 3 sessions and stop going.
Mhm.
You can't get through anything
Within a month.
because here's the thing: you'll get through one part of it, and then you'll start the issues that are really animating the real issues are much deeper.
Yeah.
You're just scratching the surface. It's like anything else. So appreciate it. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Bye bye.
Okay. Bye.
Yeah.
So here we go again. She's 25 and her whole logic is that women have a lot of trust issues, so they feel like they need to have a backup plan while in a relationship. Think about how backwards that is for a second. You're saying you can't trust men, but at the same time, you're trying to build a relationship with one. That's like trying to drive a car while holding your foot on the brake the whole time. You're not going anywhere. Now let me break this down. If you're with somebody and you already feel the need to have a backup plan, then you're not in a real relationship. You're in a situationship, because commitment means being all in. Loyalty means choosing one person and sticking it out, even when things aren't perfect. The moment you start talking about backup plans, you've already introduced doubt, disloyalty, and insecurity into the relationship. She says women can't trust men. Okay, but let's flip that. How are men supposed to trust women who openly admit they keep a backup just in case? If a man hears that, he's immediately thinking, why would I give my time, my energy, and my resources to someone who's already looking past me? That's not a partnership, that's betrayal waiting to happen. And the crazy part is she's single, but she says she has a guy she's talking to. Now imagine being that guy and finding out she's on here saying all this. He's thinking she's serious, trying to build something. Meanwhile, she's already telling the world she doesn't trust men and would keep a backup. That tells me she's not ready for a relationship, no matter what she claims. Here's the truth. Trust issues are real, but they don't get solved by backup plans. They get solved by working on yourself, healing, and learning how to pick better men. Because if you go into every relationship expecting betrayal, guess what? You're gonna sabotage it and you'll prove yourself right. That's exactly why so many women stay single. So my final thought is this: at 25 years old, instead of justifying backup plans, she should be focused on accountability and growth. You can't say you want a man, but at the same time